The Love Hurts event has returned to Fallout 76, and with it comes a bunch of cool rewards like Valentine's Day themed camp plans, mods for the Dom Pedro, and the Piercing Love unique bow. But to get your hands on these items, you'll need to complete the weekly challenges for this event. So in this video, I will be guiding you through each of these challenges to make them as easy as possible. But before we get into this video, if you're a fan of the Fallout games and the Fallout TV show, click the link in the pinned comment below to join my Fallout Discord server, where you can find other people to play Fallout 76 with, discuss the Fallout TV show, or just talk about anything related to Fallout. Now before we dive into these challenges, you'll first need to open up your map, then open the menu and go to Seasons. Click on the Love Hurts season and claim the Tough Love helmet. This will be free and you'll need to be wearing this helmet to make progress on the challenges. So once you claim this, go to an armor workbench, then go to Headwear and craft one Tough Love helmet and put it on. And just so you know, you can wear this while wearing power armor. You just need to put this on first, then enter your power armor. The first challenge that we'll do is collect 8 bags of chlorine. To get these, first go to Silva Homestead, and in the barn up the hill behind the house you'll find 5 bags of chlorine. Then you can go to Ash Cave, and in the building on the right you'll find another 4 bags of chlorine. But while you're at Ash Cave, you can work on 2 of the other challenges, which are collect 10 Med-X and scrap junk to produce steel. There's a lot of steel junk at Ash Cave, and there's a tinker bench here, so just grab as much junk as you can and then scrap it to easily complete the steel challenge. Ash Cave is also a raider location, so you can find Med-X on the raiders that spawn here, and you can sometimes find it on tables and in the chem coolers. But the best way to finish the Med-X challenge is to go over to the White Spring Mall and then go to every vendor and see if they're selling Med-X. This will cost 100 caps each, but that's a good price to pay to not have to track down Med-X. You can also find these for sale at the vending machines of other players, and at the first aid vending machines in the White Spring Mall and at every train station. But just make sure that you save the 10 Med-X that you get, as you'll need it for the next challenge. For the next challenge, you'll need to craft 10 Psycho. You can do this at any chemistry bench, but to craft 1 Psycho you need to have 1 Digested Goo, 1 Toxic Soot Flower, and 1 Med-X. So you'll need 10 of each to complete this challenge. Thankfully, you'll already have that 10 Med-X, which means you now need to get 10 Digested Goo and 10 Toxic Soot Flowers. Before we go out and get these, I suggest putting on the Green Thumb perk card. This will double the amount of resources that you gather from plants. So instead of needing to harvest these plants 10 times, you just need to do it 5 times, making it a little easier. So for Digested Goo, you should go to the Sparse Sundew Grove and Forward Station Delta locations. Here you'll find these pitcher plants that can be harvested for Digested Goo. Toxic Soot Flowers are much easier to get because they grow literally all over the Toxic Valley region, so you could just run around this area and you'll find them very quickly. But you need to collect 25 of these for another challenge for this event, so instead of stopping at 10, just collect all 25 while you're here. Some good places to find Toxic Soot Flowers will be around the outside of the crater location and the Toxic Dried Lake Bed location. And then once you have all 5 Toxic Soot Flowers, go back to the chemistry bench and make 10 Psycho to finish this challenge. And then all you'll need to do is run around the map on foot to complete the last challenge for this week. But next Tuesday there will be new challenges, which in my opinion are much easier. For this new week of challenges, you'll need to collect 20 Radaway and 20 Stim Packs, which again you can buy from the vendors at the White Spring Mall or commonly at other players' vending machines. And you'll also need to harvest 30 Brain Fungus, 20 Carrot Flowers, and 20 Fire Cap. Again, the Green Thumb perk card will help you finish this faster, but make sure you save all of the plants you harvest, as you'll need all 3 of these resources to craft Mentats, which will be the final challenge for the week. The best place to get Brain Fungus will be at the Wendigo Cave. You'll find over 70 Brain Fungus there. Fire Cap is a little trickier to get, but you can find 9 of them in the Vault-Tec Agriculture Research Center, and you'll find more of them in and around the Slocum Joe's location. And for Carrot Flower, just go to the Palace of the Winding Path, and here you'll find over 15 Carrot Flowers. When it comes to the rewards for the Love Hurts mini-season, all of them are worth grabbing. But you really want to get the mods for the Dom Pedro, as these mods will let you turn the Dom Pedro into a rifle with a scope, so that's really good. And the Piercing Love Bow is a very strong bow weapon that will come with some good mods on it. The first perk will make the weapon reduce your target's damage output by 25% for 5 seconds. The second perk will make the last round in the mag have a 25% chance to do 100% more damage. And the third perk will increase your perception by 3. The Piercing Love will also do a lot of poison damage over time. On top of this, you can craft as many of these as you want, then scrap them to learn these mods. And that's pretty much it. The Love Hurts event will be in the game from February 3rd to February 17th. So make sure you're knocking these challenges out to get tickets, which can be spent on the scoreboard, or it will be turned into gold bullion at the end of the season, and grab all of the rewards. But I hope this video helps you, and thank you for watching.